What's up guys, Deceiver here, back for another Dead by Daylight video, and today Behavior tweeted out a new developer update. I'm a little bit behind on this. That's mostly because I wanted to read through it before actually making this video, and some exciting changes coming. As you guys know, well, at least some of you know, I made a video, I think it was a day ago or 2 days ago, talking about the balance between killer and survivor, and talking about how survive with friends and survivor in general is a little bit more favored when you're playing fairly in Dead by Daylight. Anyway, if you guys want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description, or I'll leave a link in the above card. So basically, survivors are getting nerfed in many different ways. So first of all, I'm not going to read all this verbatim because that would just take a long time. So I'm going to try and go quickly through it and kind of give you guys the gist of what is going to be happening here. And this is going to be coming in the PTB pretty soon. So we have reduced efficiency when repairing with other survivors. So currently you get reduced by 10% when you're repairing with other survivors, but now they're bumping that up to 15%. So instead of taking 28 seconds, it's going to take 36 seconds for 4 survivors to finish a gen, which is, yeah, it's 8 seconds, but that can make the difference between you getting there and knocking them off the gen and them just finishing it. On top of that, skill check bonuses are going to be changed a little bit as well. A successful great repair skill check would add an additional 2% progress to the generator, about 1.6 seconds worth of time saved for each great skill check, and this bonus has now been halved to 1%. So that's another small nerf as well. And next we have, I'm just going to leave that where it's at. Basically, generators are not going to go as fast as they have been when more than one survivor is working on a generator, or if one survivor is getting back-to-back great skill checks. Now we have some perk changes to basically combat some of the nerfs that are happening. Prove Thyself is getting the 15% increase to repair, and Stakeout is going to have 2% extra from the great skill check success. It's kind of disappointing that more perks aren't getting changed and buffed, and these ones are only getting changed and buffed to compensate for the nerfs. So yeah, a little bit disappointed that we're not seeing more perk changes here, but that still may come, and you never know. So next we have map changes, which is awesome. When I read this is definitely the most exciting thing. The size and layout. Each map has a unique size and layout, with some larger than others taking a long time to cross. Some of these maps are being reduced in size, while some of them are having their layouts adjusted. So they're going to be basically adjusting the type spacing for tiles, like LT walls and jungle gyms. They're going to be adjusting the spacing for those. They're going to be balancing windows. Certain windows on some maps were too safe, leaving no room for mind games and forcing the killer to chase the survivor through the window 3 times in order to block it. Tile tweaks. Some tiles have been changed for a variety of reasons, such as looping, fixing abusable spots, window spawning logic. So some buildings feature window variation, so they're going to be changing that around a little bit as well. Here is I didn't actually get enough time to actually look at this, but here's some of the maps that are going to be going through changes. It looks like it's quite a bit of the maps actually. So we've got Rotten Fields is getting the size changed and the type of tiles spacing. So that's really good. Rotten Fields is one of the bigger maps in the game, so them reducing that is very good. Wretched Shop is getting a strong loop fix, tile tweaks, window logic change. Fractured Cowshed is getting everything except tiles and window logic, so size, type spacing, and strong loop fix. Thompson House is getting size, spacing, and tile tweaks. Thompson House, okay, yeah, I remember which one that is. It's not that big, but changing the size is pretty good anyway. Wrecker's Yard, changing the size, changing the spacing. Temple of Purgation, that map is pretty damn big, so it looks like they're going to be making it smaller and they're going to be changing the type spacing. Mother's dwelling type spacing. Orman type space. Wait, Orman needs a size reduction, if anything. Orman is huge, but hopefully the type spacing will help it a little bit at least. Lambkin Lane had the frickin' Haddonfield tile tweaks. Okay, yeah, maybe the size isn't that big of an issue, but there are some window issues, and yeah, I could see that. Okay, tile tweaks. Hopefully that'll be enough. Suffocation pit, strong. Okay, disturbed ward, reduce the pallets at the disturbed ward. Yeah, inside of the ward is actually an issue. I could see that being changed. Badham preschool, strong loop fix, tile tweaks. Okay, Torment Creek. Okay, so all the rest of them are fixing strong loops and tiles. Grim Pantry. I'm trying to think. That's one of the swamp ones? The swamp with the house in the middle that has the really strong loop in it. So they're going to be fixing that as well. Anyway, moving on. As I made a video a couple days ago about some leaks, they showed a picture of one of the pictures that I showed in the leak. Wow, that was a weird mouthful. But yeah, they're going to be adding breakable walls in some of these strong loops. This is Ironworks. This is, I can't remember the name of this one. It's one of the farm maps, but this loop was really strong. You could go through this window, go all the way around, come back around, go through the window, go all the way around, and it took a long time for you to catch up. But now they're making a breakable wall, so that won't be possible, and you can mind game this area right here. And then this loop has always been ridiculous. If a survivor is working on this gen right here, this window is has usually been pretty much safe. But now you can see actually the layout of this tile is completely different than how it used to be. This part of the fence right here did not used to be like that. You used to have the window straight right there. This part of the fence came up a little bit farther, and I'm pretty sure this fence came up a little bit farther as well. So it looks like the layout of this entire loop right here has been changed, and they added a breakable wall on the side here as well, so that's pretty good. So now you can either go around this way, or you can mind game go around that way. You can go around the wall this way, or you can come through the window. So there's different ways to approach this tile, whereas before you pretty much could not catch a survivor that was working on this generator. So that's good. Controller sensitivity changes mostly for console players. If you're playing on PC with a controller, then you probably shouldn't. Just saying. And then we've got some other quality of life improvements. Legion's tracking on his Feral Frenzy. The Legion will not see blood pools or scratch marks until their fatigue ends. In the next update, the Legion will now regain their tracking abilities as soon as Feral Frenzy ends, rather than at the end of their fatigue. This should help prevent cases where you lose track of a survivor. See, I had a speculation that with the next tome, Legion is going to have some changes. I'm hoping that there's going to be more changes than just this. I think they're going to buff him. I really hope they buff him. But we'll have to wait and see. There's a good chance that they won't, as they've said they kind of like where Legion's at right now, and I don't understand that because he's one of the weakest killers in the game, so we'll have to wait and see. Attempting hook escape, this basically is going to give you a notification when you fail now. Head eye UI improvements, so that's really good. Updated Mori interaction. They are getting rid of Mori canceling, so that's not going to be a thing anymore. You won't be able to grief with Mori canceling anymore. I kind of wish they would just get rid of Moris to begin with, but you know, it is what it is. Further protection hit improvements, sure. I'm not going to go over that one. Yeah, so you can check this out at the Dead by Daylight forums if you guys want to read through it a little bit more. But this video is already going a little bit longer than I wanted it to, so that's going to be it for me. And yeah, check out my stream. I'll be streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern. As the stream grows, I'll be streaming more days than that, hopefully. So hope you guys come and check me out, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.